Hey guys, welcome back. The first thing we want to do is set up our stat bars UI, because right now, as you can see, it's pretty basic. In the last video we set up the interaction, and again we will improve this in later videos. But for now, let's start with the stats. So I'm going to head to the stat components folder, head to widgets, and open up stat bar, WB stat bar. Now everything is pretty static right now, so if I open up the main HUD, you can see both of them is basically the same thing, and we want to customize both of them individually. So in WB stat bar, in our graph, we have a few things here. So we don't have an event pre-construct, so let's do that now. So let's use the event pre-construct to preset everything up. So let's get this, the progress bar for the back. Let's say set style. First thing we would like to do here is to copy the exact same style that we have here. So style, right click, copy, and we can promote this style to a new variable. I'm going to call this back style. Make this instance editable. And if I select this right here, hit compile, and I go back, you can see it's white, so it's reset to the default values. So I'm going to right click, click on the back style, right click on the default value, I'm going to select paste. So now we'll go back to as it was. We want to do the same thing for the front, so select the front progress bar, copy the style, and let's get PB front, and let's say set style again. Promote this to a variable, and this will be front style. Compile, instance editable, and paste. So everything will be just fine. Great. One thing I'd like to do is have the option to adjust its size accurately. So what I'm going to do here is select my size box and make it a variable. I'm going to call this main SB for main size box. By default, it's 256 by 16. So let's get the main size box, and let's say set width override. And let's do set height override. Right, so let's promote the width to a variable, and the same with the height. And if you recall, as I just said, it was 256 by 16, so width by default would be 256, and the height will be 16. Awesome, compile and save. Now in our main HUD, I want to hide my stamina bar, and I will place it to the center of the screen so that only when it's necessary, only when it's in use, it will become visible and then fade out again. So I'm going to set the height to something like minus 200, minus 250, minus 200. Yeah. Alignment to be 0.5 and 0.5. Size to content to be true. And for now, I'm going to set it to hidden. So let's focus on the health bar here. Right now, if you go up, you can see we have more options. So if the back and front style and the width and height override. I'm going to set the height override to 20. And I'm going to set up the background images and the front progress bar images. So I've provided two textures on my Discord channel. I've already imported them here. The first thing you want to do when you import them is highlight both of them, right click, head to asset actions, and bulk edit via property matrix. And we want to head to compression and change the compression settings to user interface 2D. And in the level of detail, you want to change the texture group to UI. Great. So I'm going to select my stat bar texture and head to main HUD, and under fill image I'm going to select my image, and under the front, the background image, we want to select that one as well. Is it? No, yeah, we want to do it for the back. So the back style, we want to set it to the background image in the back style. The front style, we won't need it since the opacity is at 0. Something to never forget is to change the draw as from box to image. And in the fill image in the front style as well, we want to set that texture and change it to image. Great. Something we can do to check the percentage in editor here, since we don't have the percentage slider, we can do it right here as well. So let's get these two progress bars, and let's say set %. Let's duplicate this, and I'm going to replace it with this one for the front. Promote this to variable. This will be back %, and this one will be front %. Now again, ensure it's instance editable, so it will be visible in the main HUD when you select the progress bar. So right now it's at 0, but if I adjust the slider, you can now see the percentage. So this is the back and this is the front. Great. And everything seems pretty good. I'm going to set it to 0.75, and this will be 0.65. And we need one more thing. I'm going to select my vertical box. Okay, great. So I'm going to right click on the health widget here. I'm going to say wrap with a overlay. Now this overlay, we can add a border to it, and this border will be fully aligned. And then I want to select my stat bar border texture and come in and replace the brush. I'm going to change the brush color to something like a dark gray. And that is it for my health progress bar. So now that will look pretty good. You can make it a lot larger, which is why I placed the size box to be, instance editable. So we can adjust this. Where is it? Back style, front style. And we got the sizes. So I'm going to adjust the size. I'm going to set this to 350. Let's say 400. And the height to be 32. And let's check that out. So it's a lot better, a lot larger. We can adjust the placement a bit. I'm gonna set the position to 400, and this can be, I think it's fine actually. You can drop it down a bit, so let's say -100. Yeah, that's good for me. Probably on the X will be 350. Yeah, that's good for me. Next, we will set up the interaction UI to be animated when we interact with an object, rather than it so, lame and static. That's it for this one, guys. See you in the next one.